Okay, so thank you for tuning in. I don't know whether you caught any of the morning sessions this morning. They were fantastic. I spoke to Millie from Sober Girl Society, and she had some great stuff to share. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. I don't know whether you caught. I thought I was getting better at turning that off in time, but I'm not. So we had Millie on first, and yeah, she shared loads of great resources and things that she's up to for sort of going out and drinking whilst being sober or not drinking. That was really interesting, and then that was followed with a chat with Vaughan, who was the owner and founder of the Virgin Mary Bar, which is in Dublin, and it was sort of preceded the Brewdog AF bar this year that opened in London. It's a little bar in Dublin that's completely alcohol free, and they specialise in cocktails, but they've got a menu of beers as well. So that's really interesting. So if you get the time, go back and have a look at those. They're both up on the YouTube page. And so were all the ones from last night. So if you've missed anything, you can catch up with them. Later on this afternoon, we've got James from Coast Brewery. Coast are a newish brewery. They've been around for a bit now, maybe a couple of years. And we're going to be joined by, he was the founder of Coast. And then we're going to be talking to Jump Ship, who again pretty new. You might recognise their beers. They've got the silver cans. They're also based in Scotland. And then I'll be talking to Doug who's the head brewer at Tempest Brewery. And it turns out this whole afternoon, well, apart from the Mikkeller session, is Scotland, because we've got Tempest who are based in Scotland as well. And then we've got Brewdog as well to finish off, where I'm going to be talking to Ben, who is the marketing manager at Brewdog. So a big afternoon. At the moment, I was supposed to have Jacob, who is the COO of Mikkeller. So he's obviously a very, very busy guy. I know he's heavily involved in it, and he has been for years. So he isn't on at the moment, and we're just going to wait and see whether he turns up at some point to talk. I know maybe it might be a time issue, and he might come on at 2:30 instead of 1:30 because of the Danish time. But we'll have to wait and see. If he does come on, we'll obviously join him. But yeah, for now, I was thinking maybe if you in the chat, if you wanted to share some, we can open the beer. We can share some of what are our favourite Mikkeller beers, and we'll see if he turns up in the next 5 minutes or so. And yeah, hopefully we'll get him on, because I've got so much to ask him, and I'm sure you've got a lot you want to find out about as well. Like, arguably one of the biggest breweries in Europe, if not the world, and what they're doing with all their beers and their non-alcoholic beers is just fantastic. So hopefully we'll get him on. I guess if he doesn't come on today, then I'll talk to him at another point, and I'll put that onto YouTube. It won't be live, but I can try and put that on. But yeah, let's crack open the beer. I'm sorry about that. It's annoying, but just have to roll with it, and let's crack open the beers. Tell me what you think of the beers in the YouTube chat. Tell me what your favourite Mikkeller beers. And yeah, and then hopefully we'll see if he shows up. But yeah, so we're opening the limbo, the blueberry limbo, and I've had this a couple of times, and it's a bit mad. I look forward to hearing what you think of it. But look at the colour on that. Like, this is a dessert beer. Absolutely ridiculous colour. Purple. And yeah, it's blueberry. So they've got a few of these, the limbo range. They've got a lime and a lemon, I think. Oh, and the raspberry one as well, I think, that came out a while ago. I think that was the first one they had. And yeah, then they're just it's amazing that they're now in cans, because I think they were in bottles before. And yeah, like, it's the flavours that they're playing with. it's so sweet, amazing blueberry taste, and then it's got that little bit of tart at the end. Liquid jam. Love that. I hope Jacob does come on now. Now we can share some of these. So the liquid jam, absolutely. I think it is like, it isn't beer. Well, I mean, it is beer, but I mean, it's not traditional. It's not the traditional type of beer. The color of it, like, I can imagine this taking people a lot of time to get used to if you're used to more traditional lagers and pale ales and stuff. So favourite Mikkeller beers. What have we got? Oh, Weird Weather. Yeah, that is that's incredible. The Weird Weather one was probably the beer that like confirmed to me that I didn't need to drink alcoholic beers anymore. That IPA that they did in the 500 milliliter cans just blew my socks off. Like early summer, I think it was last year. It just showed that there was that non-alcoholic beers are being made that were as good, if not better, than a lot of the stuff on the market. So yeah, I absolutely love that one. Great shout. Oh, Henry and His Science as well. That's a really popular one with people. I heard the other day that the Henry and His Science bottle it's got like a kind of cartoony picture on the front. Well, I mean, they all do, but it's got like a kind of comic book picture on the front. Apparently that is sort of like the base that they use to then build on all their other alcohol-free beers. And like, I think that is a real favorite for people. Like that's it's just like, yeah, it's just a really good balanced beer. Oh yeah, Weird Weather again, absolutely. The whole Limbo range. What's your favourite of the Limbos then, Matt? What's your favourite? This one is I wanted to share it with you in this pack because of just how mad it is, and compared to the other beers that are in the pack, like we've got a couple of lagers. We've obviously got the IPAs as well. I think like this is just completely different to that, and there's not many. Well, I don't think there's any British breweries that are doing something like this in a non-alcoholic world. It's incredible. Got the old Mikkeller glass as well there, nicked from their bar in Copenhagen. That's probably why he's not on now, because he's heard that. What else we got? Oh yeah, the Raspberry Limbo, unbelievable. Yeah. What else we got? Oh wow! So got some fans. No idea what it would look or taste like, and then yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's like it could be anything from the outside. I mean, it says blueberry on it. It could be anything from the outside, and then it's just a complete revelation. Like compared to the other beers that we've got, it's ridiculous. Oh yeah, lime limbo. That's the one. Yeah, that's a drink. Oh yeah, I always forget about that. I've only had it once. The Beer Geek. It's a flat white with like coffee beer. And that was pretty good as well. Like I think, yeah, like I've only had it once, but had a good head on it. Like yeah, like a really really good coffee beer. Trying to think what else they got. Oh, they got the running beer as well. Couple of the running beers. What else they got? You got to help me out. I can't remember what else. They got loads though. But yeah, me and my wife went to Copenhagen about 5 years ago, and that was when I was still drinking, and we visited. I think they've got 2 bars. They've got they've probably got more now, but they had 2 bars at the time. One kind of like small, a bit like Brewdog, I guess, like a small Brewdog, and then they had another one which was kind of down, I guess, like by the docks in Copenhagen, and it was the War Pigs bar that I think they like collaborate with, and that was like this huge kind of warehouse, but like that was before I was drinking non-alcoholic, so I didn't really know anything about it. Yeah, but I mean, we drank loads, but now it's amazing that that I can not drink alcohol, and that I could still massively like drink one of my favorite breweries. Like there you go, drinking in the sun as well. That's ridiculous. That's the one actually. How did I forget about this one? It's right in front of me. This is the one which is in. I've got this. It's an alcohol-free monthly subscription pack. You get 6 beers, and it's $14.99. And this is one of one of the leading Mikkeller beers. It's really high up, like rated on Untapped. Like it's just a dream. If you've not had that yet, like, well, even if you have had it, you know how good it is. And that's that's in that pack. Have a look on Instagram. There's 6 beers in the pack, and but I'm chucking in a 7th beer for anyone like who gets it this week. Anyone who buys the pack this week, yeah, and that's a monthly pack, and like they're all the beers that I've found from across Europe, and yeah, I look forward to you tasting them, and like I'm packing them all myself as well, so like there won't be any mistakes. Like I'll make sure that the beers that you want, you'll get. The beers I say you're going to get, you'll get. And yeah, that'll be sent out to everybody on the month, once a month. So I hope you're into that. But anyway, yeah, so that's the plug. Anyway, this is the beer, and it's unbelievable. Yeah, drinking in the sun. And they do another one, a dark version of that as well. The drinking in the snow, I think. Yeah. It doesn't look like he's going to turn up. So I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave it there. If he does, I'll put it up on here, and obviously they'll be recorded as well. But a bit disappointing. I would say boycott them, but like the beer's too good, so we won't do that. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. And yeah, I'll see you again. We'll be back at 2:15. Now at 2:15, they are definitely going to be there because it is James from Coast. Who is set up this phenomenal little, well, not little anymore, brewing project called Coast, and yeah, they've got 3 beers in their range. Yeah, the latest one is in your pack. That's mine's in the fridge. It's the pale ale, which I can't wait for you to taste as well. That's brilliant. And then we've got at 3, I'm going to be joined by Sonia, and she set up Jump Ship, who this one. So she's going to come on and talk about that, which is brilliant. I know that money goes to charity for all of these cans as well. So we'll find out a bit about that. And then we've got Tempest. So all those 3 guys I've spoken to today, they're definitely going to be there. And then also the big one later. Well, I mean, they're all big, but like we've got a big one. We've got Brewdog later, and we've got the Hazy AF with Ben from Brewdog later. So yeah, that's it, and I'll catch you in about 25 minutes.